Right now at 6, how local Memorial Day services are adapting in the time of COVID-19. And with the lack of public events today, how some people are taking it into their own hands to honor our fallen heroes. Plus, on the eve of Phase 1 here in Dane County, we look at the plans going forward as more businesses prepare to reopen tomorrow.
This is News 3 Now at 6.
And thanks for joining us tonight. For decades, the Memorial Day ceremony has been conducted at the state capitol due to the COVID-19 outbreak. That couldn't happen this year, but as Gabriella Becerra shares, Madison veterans couldn't let the day go unrecognized.
Today's Memorial Day ceremony wasn't the one that Madison veterans had planned for, but they wanted to do something to remember the men and women who put their lives on the line so that we could live ours. The coronavirus may have changed the way the world operates.
We couldn't not recognize Memorial Day.
But these veterans prove it can't stop us from remembering.
That's something that we all should do, is just think of the sacrifices that families have made.
We was going to do it anyway. We had to do something.
Madison Veterans Council President Gary Henke says it's the military honors that bring him back.
With the firing squad and the TAPS, which TAPS is real hard on a lot of people, including myself, because of the memories. But sometimes sad memories are good memories. They bring back what you're really thinking about the people, the good things.
In masks and spread out across the lawn, attendees remembered the courage of those who fought in a time more difficult than today.
These men went through difficult times. We think it's difficult today, and for us it is. But when these men were growing up and when they fought in the war, the medicine that they had was nothing compared to what we have.
And for those who can't make it to a ceremony, there's always other ways to remember.
I think just silent meditation, silent prayer, if you will. If you had members of your family who served anywhere at any time, whether they were in combat or not, just remember them.
No matter where you are today, no matter the circumstance, take a moment to remember how many blessings we do have. Many of those because of the very men and women we are remembering today. At Forest Hill Cemetery, I'm Gabriella Becerra, News 3 Now.
Madison Veterans Council plans a return to the state capitol for Veterans Day and next Memorial Day. Also unable to hold its traditional Memorial Day ceremonies today, the State Department of Veterans Affairs held a virtual event this afternoon. Governor Evers read a stanza from America the Beautiful. Lieutenant Governor Mandela Barnes and Department of Military Affairs Secretary Mary Kohler also spoke. And without big events and memorials, some honored fallen members of the military from their own homes today.
I think today maybe it takes on a little more significance just because of all the people who've died in the last 3 months from this pandemic.
Michael Hackett and his son Eric are both avid trumpet players in Sun Prairie. At 3 o'clock this afternoon, the pair stood in their driveway and played taps. It's part of a nationwide moment of remembrance for fallen servicemen and women, those who have died from COVID-19 as well, and those on the front lines battling the disease. And 2 graduating seniors from Beaver Dam High School also paid their respects today at a local cemetery. This video sent to us from a viewer. Robin Carpenter and his friend Brian Strelo played in the high school band together. The last 2 years, both of them have played with the band at the Memorial Day service at Oakwood Cemetery, but today, with school events canceled, they made the trip by themselves. A joint veteran service organization helped honor veterans at several Wisconsin cemeteries over the weekend. The group convoyed around the Fox Valley, stopping at several cemeteries to hold ceremonies at each one. They say they decided to do it because there was no public ceremony at those cemeteries today.
We got a few calls from some veteran organizations in the area that said, isn't there something else that can be done in addition to the virtual ceremony that we're doing? And so after we slept on it, we thought about it a little bit. We came up with this idea.
At each stop, the ceremonies consisted of presenting the colors, playing taps, and a 21-gun salute. Across the country, virtual or limited ceremonies are replacing the typical parades and in-person gatherings to honor the nation's fallen heroes. President Trump laid a wreath at the Tomb of the Unknown Soldier at Arlington National Cemetery and honored the nation's war dead at Baltimore's Fort McHenry. There was no audience for Virginia's Memorial Day ceremony at the state's War Museum, but it was streamed virtually. A similar scene for the commemoration at Dallas-Fort Worth National Cemetery and at Jefferson Barracks in Missouri. And in the nation's capital, retired Marine Staff Sergeant Tim Chambers wrapped up his vigil bringing awareness to veteran suicides. He stood at attention at the intersection of Constitution Avenue and 23rd Street Northwest for 24 hours. And Joe Biden today making his first public appearance in 2 months. He and his wife Jill Biden laying that wreath at the Veterans Memorial Park in Delaware. The presumptive Democratic presidential nominee was at the Veterans Memorial Park last year as well. Well, getting a look outside now. It's been a beautiful Memorial Day so far with temperatures floating around that 80-degree mark. Let's check your firstborn forecast. Here's Chief Meteorologist Gary Canalti. Gary?
Eric, it is more humid, though, and more summer-like. So even though we're seeing those temperatures in the lower 80s, it feels a few degrees warmer thanks to the humidity. But so far, most of the showers that we've seen were this morning. If we take a look at visible cloud tracking, you can see we've had a fair amount of sunshine this afternoon. Some thunderstorms have been developing down to the south across Illinois and southern Iowa. Right now, they're still to our south, but you can see they're starting to head toward Wisconsin, so expect some scattered showers and thunderstorms tonight. In fact, the Storm Prediction Center has a marginal risk of severe thunderstorms with an isolated storm that could produce hail or gusty winds tonight or tomorrow, especially north and west of Madison. Otherwise, temperatures right now are in the lower to middle 80s. Right now, 85 in Boscobel, 82 here in Madison, but dew point temperatures are in the mid to upper 60s, so it feels more like temperatures are in the mid 80s across most of southern Wisconsin. For tonight, look for shower and thunderstorm chances with low temperatures in the upper 60s. Tomorrow will be another warm and humid day with the best chances of showers and thunderstorms in the afternoon, the high at 83. Later on, I'll take a look at a forecast that includes a break in the heat and humidity by the end of the week.
Gary, thank you. To our coronavirus headlines now. There were more than 360 new cases of COVID-19 confirmed in the state over the past 24 hours. Here's a look at the latest statewide numbers. More than 15,000 cases now. Of those, 59% of the patients have fully recovered. 514 people have died from the virus here in Wisconsin. 14 new cases have been confirmed in Dane County since Sunday afternoon. That's according to data from Public Health. Madison and Dane County brings the total number of cases in Dane County to 615. 26 people in the county have died from it. The new data comes one day before Dane County plans to enter phase 1 of its reopening plan. Amanda Quintana is here with what that means. Amanda?
Phase 1 is effective at 8 a.m. tomorrow morning, so all businesses can reopen then, but at 25% capacity. This means restaurants, gyms, salons, and retail shops, each of them following public health requirements and physical distancing still. Many businesses have their own rules for reopening, for example, waiting in your car until your haircut appointment. Dane County will stay in phase 1 for at least 14 days because that's the amount of time it could take to develop symptoms once exposed to the virus. Here's what it would take to move to phase 2. More than half of these metrics must be green, and the percent of positive tests and cases per day cannot be red. Phase 2 would open up schools and summer programs and open offices, stores, and restaurants at 50% capacity. When public health officials announced the move to phase 1 last week, they said in reality we could be in phase 1 for longer than 14 days, saying while the phase has changed, the virus has not.
Amanda, thank you. A local artist is putting some of his downtime to good use using some creativity. He's making sure children and even adults can keep their creative juices flowing while at home. Ryan Ebert is from Fort Atkinson. He created a series of Fort Atkinson themed coloring pages. They feature local events, many of which have been canceled due to coronavirus, as well as area landmarks. In addition, Ebert made cutout wooden fish and dinosaurs that can be painted and then donated it all to the local library to be distributed for free.
I'd say the cutouts I donated to the library took me at least a solid day of cutting them out and sanding them down a little bit. The coloring pages probably took me about a week worth of drawing on my Wacom tablet, making digital illustrations to make those out. So.
He says in total about 60 wooden cutouts have been donated to the library and more than 150 coloring pages, all of which are now available for curbside pickup. Bratfest is usually this Memorial Day weekend. This year couldn't happen in person, but the fundraising is still happening online. It kicked off on Friday. Compared to last year, organizers say they've reached about half of that number of $105,000 in donations during this year's virtual event. You can purchase a virtual brat, soda, or beer. You don't actually get the food, but it's a generous and fun way to donate like you're at the festival. Still to come tonight, local organizations are finding ways to safely honor our fallen heroes, plus the new challenges our veterans are facing this Memorial Day and the toll the pandemic is taking on them. Stay with us.
Sure, I'm a home builder. I go to Nuns. Why? Well, my clients love them because they have all those fancy schmancy carpets. You know, like those Smart Strand ones from Karastan that are just astonishingly soft to the touch. I'm more of a concrete floor guy myself. That fluffy stuff just doesn't do it for me. But hey, my clients, they love this fancy schmancy Karastan carpeting. So we go to Nuns.
Nuns, kitchen, bath, and flooring.
Raise your right hand and repeat after me.
I solemnly swear that I will support the veterans of the
United States Armed Forces.
I will defend the Constitution
against all enemies. That I will commit
to ensuring they are
not forgotten.
And I will obey the orders of the President of the United States.
And I will enable veterans
to live the same life of opportunity
they have provided me.
So help me God.
You were always the responsible one, so much like me, always taking care of everyone else. But this wasn't your responsibility. I already took care of the arrangements. The Ryans made it so easy. I didn't want you to worry about a thing. It's my last gift to you, my lovely daughter.
Engines are restarting, park is shifting to drive. So we're offering 0% financing for 72 months and no payments for 120 days. Plus the freedom to shop and buy online. Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram will help you drive forward.
Or now during the Jeep Memorial Day sales event with employee pricing at $5,611 below MSRP on the purchase of a 2020 Jeep Wrangler Unlimited.
You are watching News 3 Now at 6.
Welcome back. The Cross Plains Chamber of Commerce, local businesses and organizations partnered together to find ways to safely honor fallen heroes today. New this year, they organized a no-contact collection drive at the American Legion to show care and concern for one another during the pandemic. Local Boy Scouts, veterans, and volunteers collected donations of essential items like hygiene and other essential products for the Black Earth Food Pantry.
It's awesome because right now we're living in uncertain times and things are a little harder for us to get together and show each other support, but events like this still show that we're here together and that we're working together as a community to try to help each other out.
Today is Memorial Day. It's just if the people remember the people that gave their lives so we have what we have today and are even able to do what we're doing now, even though it may be a little harder times. You know, we wouldn't be able to do this if they hadn't given their lives for our freedom.
Due to the pandemic, Cross Plains residents were sad to have to cancel their community parade and picnic, but the American Legion was able to hold memorials in local cemeteries. They also had a caravan of first responders go through neighborhoods with displays of names of the fallen. This Memorial Day, we honor those who have served our country, but the COVID-19 pandemic is posing some new challenges to our nation's veterans, especially those battling mental health issues. Naomi Ruckham has more.
On a farm in rural Virginia, United States Navy veteran Danique Massengill and her team train service dogs for veterans.
We custom train the specific triggers for each veteran.
The program, Leashes of Valor, aims to help veterans with post-traumatic stress disorder, something Danique struggles with as well.
For me, it took a long time to get all the pieces into place. It was rough. And there's still crappy days, honestly. But that never goes away. You just kind of learn how to ride the wave better.
But Leashes of Valor had to put their program on hold because of the coronavirus pandemic.
We've suspended mental health treatment in a way for people that don't know when this tool they're waiting for is going to be available to them.
A new Syracuse University Military Times poll of more than 4,000 veterans and active service members finds many are worried about the pandemic. They consider COVID-19 a severe threat to public health, the economy, their community, and family.
What those threats will be and how they'll play out over the next 3 months or even beyond.
Army veteran Nick Armstrong authored the report.
Things like a job loss of financial security, and being disconnected and socially isolated. These are all risk factors that only compound and accumulate, in terms of someone's mental health.
Danique is concerned about the potential setbacks for her fellow veterans.
People aren't looking for a handout. They're really just trying to be a part of something, and this currently is preventing them of being a part of something.
She's hoping to be able to do her part soon, getting more service dogs to veterans once restrictions are lifted. Naomi Ruckham, CBS News.
Syracuse University plans to continue polling veterans throughout the pandemic to try to ensure they get the resources they need. Still ahead at 6 on this Memorial Day. A little later in sports tonight. A lost season, but not a lost opportunity. Two local juniors are making the latter true, even though they lost a key year in the recruiting process. And Chief Meteorologist Gary Canalti will rejoin us with our first warn forecast, what we can expect for the shortened work week ahead.
You are watching News 3 Now at 6.
Save at Wild Easttown Honda on over 400 new Hondas with 0% financing for up to 72 months. Save with 0% financing on your favorite new Hondas at Wild Easttown Honda in Madison. It's gotta be wild.
We're back.
We got Untitled food.
Oh, good. What a treat after a long week and no cleanup.
When you can't dine in, then get it to go and support our restaurants during Madison Magazine's Restaurant Week to Go. 2 weeks of fabulous to-go menus you'll love. Visit madisonmagazine.com for details and menus. Restaurant Week to Go, presented by Kesnick's. Food service design, equipment, and supplies.
I guess there is still cleanup to do.
While there's no instruction manual for what we're all going through now, there is Christian and Natalie and all our other associates at Pick and Save, working with one of the country's biggest supply chains for the Kroger family of brands, keeping our promise that our shelves will be continually stocked and that you'll always have access to the things you need, because together we've got you covered. Pick and Save, fresh for everyone.
Comfort Services, buy one air conditioner and get one gas furnace for only $1,000. BOGOs are back, and it's a beautiful thing.
Slumberland's huge memorial sale is almost over. Don't miss out on hundreds of incredible markdowns, like a power recliner for just $396, a Sealy Queen mattress marked way down to $598, our best-selling Adirondack chairs for just $188. Our lowest price ever. If you've been waiting for our very best deals, this is it. And get free no-contact shipping with no minimum. But it all ends Sunday the 31st, so don't miss it. The memorial sale at Slumberland Furniture.
Right now at Wild Easttown Honda, sign and drive a new all-wheel drive CR-V for $299. That's $299 with zero down, zero first payment, and zero due at start at Wild Easttown Honda in Madison.
After having some severe weather on Saturday, yesterday and today, pretty much the same story. We had sunshine for both days with some hit and miss showers and thunderstorms, but most of the time it wasn't raining. And you can see the satellite view right here, right now in Wisconsin, kind of in a lull with some showers and thunderstorms down to our south on high-resolution radar. Some light showers across northern Illinois and eastern Iowa, but some thunderstorms behind that. So those will move in later on tonight. We'll probably see them end late tonight, and then maybe see another round of thunderstorms tomorrow afternoon and tomorrow evening. Storm Prediction Center does have a marginal risk of severe thunderstorms over much of Wisconsin tonight, and for Madison and areas to the north and west tomorrow. Hail and gusty winds the main threat from an isolated thunderstorm, but without a temperature contrast around here, we're not looking for widespread severe weather. Rainfall amounts generally should be about an inch to an inch and a quarter across much of southern Wisconsin. The computer models keep going up and down a little bit on these, but generally they've been in that range. Some areas will pick up 2 or 3 inches in heavier thunderstorms, but that'll be the exception rather than the rule. 3 things you need need to know? Well, it'll be warm and muggy not only for tomorrow, but for Wednesday and probably Thursday as well. Shower and thunderstorm chances also continue through Thursday, but a cold front will move through during the day. And then Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, cooler and less humid weather arrives, and that will continue through the weekend. Temperatures right now in the 80s through southern Wisconsin, cooler in the northern part of the state, where there have been some strong to isolated severe thunderstorms this afternoon. Those are moving up into the upper peninsula of Michigan, but you can see more thunderstorms down to the south. The upper level winds basically from south to north, so that continues to transport moisture and warm air northward in our part of the country. In fact, you can see a stationary front to the north and a stationary front to the west. They're not moving toward us anytime soon, so our weather pattern is going to stay pretty much the same. And right in that sector, that's where temperatures are in the 80s. North of that area, west of that area, temperatures are cooler in the 60s, with dew point temperatures much lower than they are here, mainly in the mid to upper 60s, so it certainly feels more summer-like. And on future track, you can see shower and thunderstorm chances this evening and overnight, and then much of the day tomorrow will be dry before thunderstorms pop up in the afternoon, and then we'll see the same thing repeat on Wednesday. So our forecast calls for skies to be partly sunny for tomorrow. It'll be warm and humid. We'll see some scattered shower and thunderstorm chances mainly in the afternoon with a high temperature of 83. Future track for southern Wisconsin, shower and thunderstorm chances tonight, not a continuous rain. Low temperatures in the upper 60s. Tomorrow, some showers and storms popping up mainly in the afternoon. High temperatures lower 80s. Shower and thunderstorm chances highest tomorrow evening, then generally quiet overnight with low temperatures in the mid-60s. And Wednesday, we'll see some showers and storms pop up in the afternoon. High temperatures will be in the lower 80s. Those rainfall amounts to about 1 inch to 1.25 inches through Friday morning. As we look at the 7 to 10 day forecast, notice the break in the heat and humidity over the weekend. High temperatures in the low 70s, nighttime low temperatures in the 40s, and then the warmer weather reappears for the middle part of next week. Some shower and thunderstorm chances toward the end of the week. As we take a look at first alert traffic, right now there's the view of the Beltline at Stoughton Road, and you can see traffic moving very steadily in both directions. Very little traffic out there. Normally it'd be much busier on a Memorial Day weekend. Traffic moving at the posted speed limits on the Beltline, as well as I-3990 on the east side of Madison. South and east of Madison, traffic again moving very steadily even through the construction zones. North and west of Madison, traffic very moving right at the posted speed limits up into northwestern Wisconsin and central Wisconsin. That is your News 3 Now First Warn traffic.
And coming up in sports, a big-time tight end recruit is coming to Wisconsin. How he ranks in the nation and what it means for the Badgers recruiting class. Next on News 3 Now.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
This week, you're going to get more at the Brothers Made Memorial Day Super Sale. Get in now with more savings on more brands like Whirlpool, Maytag, KitchenAid, and Amana. Right now, improving your home is more convenient at Maine with up to 18-month 0% financing. And we make getting more easy with expert delivery free and our risk-free 30-day price and satisfaction guarantee. The Memorial Day Super Sale for more selection, more savings, and more satisfaction. It all ends Monday at the Brothers Made, your local store for more since 1938.
Getting your air ducts thoroughly cleaned takes the trained professionals at Stanley Steamer using the most powerful equipment to get the most powerful results. Our equipment goes deep inside your ducts, removing years of dirt, pet hair, allergens, even dust mites. Unlike other air duct cleaning companies, Stanley Steamer cleans your entire system. Just look at how much dirt can be removed. Call today for a free inspection and save $50 on a cleaning.
Stanley Steamer gets your home cleaner.
For almost 50 years, we've built trust within our communities by making customer delight our top priority. That trust allows us to improve lives one home at a time. During this challenging time, we want to make sure your needs are being met without stress by offering 2-for-1 windows with no interest and no payments for 1 year. So go ahead, visit us online, or call now from the comfort of home.
For quality windows, siding, and doors, call 866 for Feldco.
Are you unemployed or out of work because of COVID-19? If so, the Madison Money Guy wants to help. When times get tough, it's important to review your financial strategy and know all of the options available to you. Hope is the first step on the path to recovery. Let's take that step together. Call Retirement Income Strategies at 608-208-1800 to schedule a virtual visit today. That's 608-208-1800.
I brought in Ensure Max Protein to give you the protein you need with less of the sugar you don't. I'll take that.
30 grams of protein and 1 gram of sugar. Ensure Max Protein. Now available in 12 count. Stock up today.
Hi, folks. Tuesday morning, money is tight for a lot of us right now.
So coming up, we're going to give you a closer look at how you can make your money last longer so you don't have to choose which bills to pay.
We'll get you caught up after Memorial Day weekend, Tuesday morning.
We are a community that cares and shares. Always have been. We've been there for each other. And now we need each other more than ever. Our editorials are but one reflection of that commitment to be here for you when you need us. With news, information, service, and perspective you can trust. Because we share your concerns. And we can and we will help. It's what we do.
Sun Prairie Baseball and Monroe Softball both finished runner-up at state last season, and both had big-time help from sophomores to get them to that point. This year, those sophomores were supposed to have even bigger junior years for their teams and in the recruiting process for their future. This was supposed to be their year.
We were really excited, especially putting a lot of work in the off-season. We are definitely ready for this season.
I don't see anybody who's going to beat us. We all had the confidence that we were going to go undefeated.
And not just to win a state title, but open up some eyes and options
It's over his head!
in their recruiting process.
The junior year is like your make or break year.
All that changed on April 21st.
The WIAA has announced that spring sports in Wisconsin have been canceled due to the coronavirus.
Ending high school careers early and leaving juniors like Carson Shepard and Sidney Updike wondering what's next.
It's going to be a big summer. If I play even whatsoever good, I should have a lot of stuff coming in and I should have my options and that it should all go well. But now I'm not so sure what's going to happen.
I feel like a little bit rushed. I feel like now I have like less time to kind of figure out, because like college visits would definitely help me a lot, like picking where I want to go. And it's hard that I can't like do those now. So now I don't have like a bunch of time to figure out what I want to do and like where I want to go.
What they are doing is staying ready.
Our high school has batting cages, so I like to go there and I like to hit.
And not letting a missed season turn into a missed opportunity.
I've got to do everything I can to prepare myself to make sure that when I'm playing games and when those coaches are watching me, that I'm going to be my best.
And speaking of recruiting, the Badgers picked up a big-time commitment today from Jack Pugh. The four-star tight end out of Ohio chose Wisconsin over Michigan, Penn State, and a handful of other schools. He's the fourth four-star commit to the Badgers 2021 class, and 24/7 Sports has him ranked the number 6 tight end in the country. That's a big get for them.
He's from Hilliard, Ohio. You know where that is, right?
Right in Ohio State's backyard.
That's like 15 minutes from the Ohio State campus.
I'm coming to Madison.
Hey, smart kid, man. Smart kid. Welcome to UW. All right, Gary Canalti, final check of the forecast.
Well, we're watching thunderstorms that will be developing later on tonight into tomorrow. As you can see on visible cloud track, a lot of clouds out there, but as far as high-resolution Doppler radar, you can see just a few light showers moving through eastern Iowa, and then farther to the south, you can see some showers and thunderstorms that are drifting northward. So expect some thunderstorm chances this evening into the overnight hours, and then again tomorrow afternoon and tomorrow evening.
All right, looks pretty good, Gary. I love those warm temperatures. We hope you have a great evening. Thanks for joining us.